The secret world of every introverted MBTI personality type. Have you ever wondered what the inner world of each Myers-Briggs personality type is really like? Well, each individual has their own unique thoughts and feelings regardless of their type. There are certain patterns in mental behavior that each type seems to have. Take a look and see if these descriptions match your experience. The ISFJ. Gentle and pragmatic, ISFJs live in a world of impressions and personal meaning. These types want a small corner of the world to call their own. A safe place where they can surround themselves with beauty and comfort. They're drawn to cozy nooks filled with well-worn leather-bound books, flickering candles, and soft blankets. ISFJs see everything they encounter in relationship to how it existed in the past, and where it will be in the future. Time never feels long enough to them, but each significant moment is etched into their memory with the haze of magic that only a sentimental mind can bring to life. ISFJs are the caretakers of precious memories, and the nurturers who notice when someone needs a cup of hot tea and a listening ear. Their quiet, responsible nature instills comfort in the people who love them. The ISTJ. Known for being matter-of-fact and logical, ISTJs often have a surprisingly humorous and unique inner world. The way they interpret the world around them is colored by past impressions, memories, and their own very individual perspectives. Highly observant, these individuals notice things that other people miss, and are aware of patterns that connect past to present. Their ability to overlay current experiences with lessons and pictures from the past makes them helpful when a solution is needed and nobody can remember what to do. They're also good at predicting what's likely to happen based on how similar events transpired in the past. ISTJs tend to each have a very strong and selective set of interests, and they enjoy being in peace and quiet so that they can immerse themselves in every detail and fact related to their interests. Being in a quiet place without distractions allows them to explore their inner world where they can analyze, reflect on past experiences, and plan for future events. The ISFP. Highly independent and creative, ISFPs want to carve out a space in the world that is all their own. They want to free themselves from peer pressure, external rules, and all that is ordinary and mundane. Highly individualistic, ISFPs create a moral code that they strive to live by in every area of their lives. In every decision they make, the goal is to have personal and moral integrity. Authenticity and sincerity are at the core of everything they do, and they tend to frown upon people who play a part or use manipulative behavior to make their way in the world. What many people may not realize about ISFPs from the outside is just how deeply they feel things and how strong their values really are. On the outside, ISFPs tend to appear laid back and even unreadable, but on the inside, ISFPs are keenly attuned to how everything affects them. They feel things deeply, and even though their outer expression may seem calm, they can have fiery emotions burning on the inside. These emotions tend to rise up when they feel that someone is being bullied, marginalized, or manipulated. The ISTP. Intensely observant and logical, ISTPs strive to live in a world free of external pressures and rules. Being independent, honest, and able to use their own judgments to figure out what works is important to them. As pragmatic individuals, ISTPs like to imagine ways to use things to their best potential. They enjoy creating, building, and compassing. In their ideal world, they would be free to explore and live by their impulses and instincts, not being subject to management, laws, and oversight. ISTPs often imagine survival scenarios and wish they could live off the land so they could survive by virtue of their own ability to find resources, solve concrete problems, and test their steel against the unpredictability of the wild. The INFJ. Private and complex, INFJs see things not as they are, but as they most likely will be in the future. Their secret inner world is filled with symbols, impressions, and streams of possibility that fascinate them endlessly. The INFJ mind is rarely bored when outer stimulation is low. The inner world is what drives them. Visions of future potential dance before their mind's eye, and they find themselves sorting through possibilities until they land on the one that seems most likely to come to fruition. They trust their vision, inspiration, and empathy to guide them. Helping others is usually a motivating factor in all of their dreams and ideas. They feel restless with the state of the world and seek to improve it in whatever way they can. This often leads them to work in counseling, religion, or even the arts. While on the outside INFJs appear warm and friendly, they deeply crave quiet alone time in a peaceful environment where they can meditate on future possibilities or ways they can improve the world. It's often when the world is most still that they have their most powerful insights. The INTJ. Independent and insightful, INTJs enjoy reflecting on scenarios, possibilities, and visions of the future. For these types, the mind is an escape from an overstimulating, pressure-filled world. Hard workers, INTJs tend to take on many responsibilities, all the while hoping for some time alone to let their mind wander over its many strategies and insights. The secret inner world is a place where knowledge can be played with, and ideas can be taken apart and viewed from many perspectives. INTJs are usually much more creative than the world gives them credit for, although they may not readily share their creations. In their minds, they can explore entire worlds full of intricate possibilities, characters, and potentialities. They enjoy tinkering with ideas until they find one that is most likely to come to fruition in the future. They are deeply focused on understanding the grand scheme of things and seeing underlying patterns. This inner focus on patterns and possibilities gives them epiphanies about the future that can be uncannily accurate and transformational. The INFP. Gentle and reserved on the outside, vividly imaginative on the inside, INFPs are the quintessential idealist of the Myers-Briggs community. These types believe in healing the broken and abandoned people or animals in the world. They often find themselves troubled about corruption and persecution, wondering how they can help those less fortunate. When the outer world gets too intrusive and loud, INFPs retreat inside to a world that aligns with their deeply held values. They long for a kinder place, one where there isn't deceit, bullying, or preferential treatment. They often imagine stories and scenarios playing out, and through their imagination, they often envision ways they can identify with other people from various walks of life. Their ideas tend to come to life in their creativity. They are often drawn to poetry, artwork, writing, or music. When INFPs bring a piece of their inner world to life in an artistic way, it helps remind all of us of what makes us human and the shared qualities and passions that we all have. Through artistic expression or humanitarian work, INFPs put their inner idealism and passion to work to make a positive change in the real world. The INTP. Inventive and analytical, INTPs have a detailed, complex inner world. They strive to develop logical explanations for everything that captures their interest. They are constantly fine-tuning their knowledge, sorting concepts and details into finely tuned mental libraries. Every category is sorted into a more specific category, then resorted into an even more specific category. Precision is of the utmost importance to INTPs, and the more knowledge they can attain the better. They are masters at detecting logical fallacies, easily seeing manipulation and logical inconsistencies in the world around them. Unfortunately, this tends to get them labeled as critical or arrogant, but to the INTP a world without thorough understanding would be a sad one indeed. These types hold themselves to an extremely high inner standard. They feel they must test every idea against a barrage of critiques to see if it can stand on its own two legs. INTPs are often running calculations, theories, and ideas through a series of internal arguments in their mind, so that they can find out what's true in the world. What are your thoughts? Tell us in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe and like this video, so you will be up to date with all the new videos posted to our channel. Thank you.